What is the ISTJ personality type? MBTI can share information on how a person makes decisions, interacts with others, perceives the world, and more. The test examines for opposing personality distinctions, including extroversion versus introversion, sensing versus intuition, thinking versus feeling, and judgment versus perception. The ISTJ personality type is one of the 16 distinct personality types outlined by MBTI and stands for introverted sensing, thinking, and judging. Those with an ISTJ result are said to be logical, quiet, grounded, organized, and productive. Thanks to their introverted style and focus on order, rules, and details. ISTJs are occasionally nicknamed the logistician or the inspector. ISTJs' most notable characteristics might be how quietly dutiful and practical they are. They tend to be no-nonsense, decisive rule followers if not rule enforcers. ISTJs are often short on words and prefer to do things by the book. They can, at times they deem appropriate or earned, play hard, but only between bouts of working even harder. This means they can come across as rigid and may need help with inventiveness, creativity, and managing the emotions of themselves and others. Some ISTJs may quietly admire creativity and emotional expression in others, as long as such expressions don't result in chaos, which they often avoid at all costs. Their affection for details helps ISTJs stay on track and organized with whatever they set their minds to, adding that they also rely on structure and clear guidelines to be effective. Specifically, they enjoy planning. This means they pay close attention to detail and don't get lost in abstract thoughts. Additionally, ISTJs are calm and practical. They may not be easily swayed by emotions and feelings, and this helps them see things through a rational perspective. This can mean that while they value individual qualities and perspectives, they may make decisions based more on how effective a solution is than by considering others' emotions and feelings. Characteristics of an ISTJ personality type. As is the case with all personality types, ISTJs bring positive and negative characteristics to the table. Some common examples that are generally thought of as ISTJ positive traits: loyal, practical, organized, honest, decisive, dedicated, dependable, accomplished, conscientious, realistic, task-oriented, strong work ethic, strong attention to detail, respect for structure, and hierarchy. Some of the more challenging characteristics ISTJ may present: stubborn, rigid, impersonal, or insensitive, set in their ways. Blunt carriers for ISTJ personality types. ISTJ personality types are often drawn to professions with stability and long-term dependability. These professions are usually tied to a larger institutional setting that have established some type of strong foundation. Not working for a startup. People with this personality type also like clearly defined roles. So, they will be more successful working in a setting where roles are delineated clearly, often with a set hierarchy. ISTJ are less likely to be found in or enjoy careers that include significant inventive, interpersonal, or emotional aspects. You are more likely to find them in careers where impersonal procedure, attention to detail, and consistency are important. Careers that may be attractive to ISTJ types may include law enforcement, legal, finance or accounting, engineering, construction, programming, architecture, dentistry or medicine. Professions that are based on emotions or constant subjectivity might not be the best fit for ISTJ personality types. They are thought to struggle with or may feel less comfortable in careers like teaching the arts, counseling, book editing, and nursing. ISTJ relationships. Since ISTJs tend to be more reserved, they can be difficult to read. Still, they are believed to be honest and loyal in their personal relationships. In relationships, an ISTJ individual may also be characterized by preferring stable and balanced relationships, has difficulty understanding the emotion of the other person, requiring clear communication from the other person of their emotional needs, disliking conflict, appreciating alone time to recharge. Scientist paints a picture of what different interactions with ISTJ personality types may look like: dependable and dedicated in romantic relationships. Plan for an ISTJ to be highly dependable and dedicated to the relationship. They're usually comfortable with clearly delineated roles in the relationship. Who takes out the trash, makes dinner reservation, or etc. However, adding it's best to clearly communicate emotional needs in a direct and honest way. It might be challenging for an ISTJ to understand their partner's different perspectives of something, and this can feel like a lack of sensitivity to a perspective. Honorable lifelong friendships. ISTJs tend to be loyal, dedicated, dependable, and trustworthy. They usually prefer to maintain friendships for many years. Although they can be harder to get know initially, as they tend to open up over time. But once you win them over, they're a friend for life. As a result of these tendencies in friendships, ISTJs usually have smaller friend groups. Be consistent with ISTJs. Show them who you are. Strict but caring parenting style. ISTJs tend to be rigid and strict, as they appreciate rules and stability. While this might make for an easier time parenting, it can be challenging for the child of an ISTJ, as it feels there are high expectations to be met within the home. ISTJs are loyal and dedicated, and they can also be highly caring and nurturing with young children. It might be harder for them to demonstrate a nurturing attitude with a teen who is pushing back on the rules. This might lead to conflicts or arguments with a teen. If partners are able to intervene, they might end up playing the role of middleman between the teen and the ISTJ.